Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What's going on out there, peeps? And here we go again. Public Enemy, love them. Old school. But like they said, here we go again. Look, you guys got to be used to this by now. You have people out there, I don't need to mention Melanie's name, that are purposely using videos and articles to try to mislead you into believing that something's going to happen just for the clicks and the views. You guys, come on, wake up to this. Let's cover this latest and greatest video because they are saying in there that the new exchange rate is going to be $3.90. So what does this actually mean? I just want to give everybody a quick reminder. You can go over to Pimpy's News Network. It is free for everybody. Everybody has access to the videos that are on the website. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. So here we go again. Somebody brought up something to my attention. I seen it and I was like, well, there is some truth to this, but you're purposely being misled by Scammity here. So let's go ahead and go over the video so you'll see what I'm talking about. As usual, anytime you see something like this, people are going to jump all over it. They're going to go, oh, look what they're saying over there. Oh, so let's go ahead and break it down and see what they're saying.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have some intriguing news to discuss that could have significant implications for our economy and your wallet. Recently, there have been TV commercials highlighting the exchange rate of the Kuwaiti dinar, which is currently at $3.58.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm here in America, and I don't ever see any commercials about other people's exchange rates. So why would they be doing commercials about the Kuwaiti dinar exchange rate? Where are these commercials? If you guys know where there is a copy of a commercial, I would love to see it. Because this sounds like bibbidi babbidi blah blah like always. Think about this. Why are they advertising exchange rates on their TV? We don't see that happening over here in the United States. So why would Iraq be airing commercials about the Kuwait exchange rate? That doesn't make any sense. Come on now, work with me.
This has sparked a lot of conversations and speculations, especially in light of our new border agreement with Kuwait. So why is this exchange rate being emphasized? Well, it seems like they are using Kuwait as a benchmark to illustrate what might be on the horizon for our currency.
Might be. Is that what you're saying? They're highlighting a benchmark of what your currency might be? I love the way things are worded. Look, we're going to show you guys commercials about the Kuwait dinar to get you guys all hyped up because they're showing you about what things might be. So why would you do that to your citizens? Get them all excited about a possible exchange rate. They're all hyped up, but that's not necessarily going to be the exchange rate. This is what it might be. Does that make sense to you guys at all? Because a lot of you guys are falling for this crap.
The commercials are not just about the Kuwaiti dinar, they are hinting at a broader economic shift that could impact our own exchange rate and purchasing power.
Pay attention to the wording. This is what the exchange might be. See how they use words like might? This way then you can't pin them to anything because they go, well, this is what it might be. I didn't say it was for sure. Listen and you'll see what I'm talking about.
They are hinting at a broader economic shift that could impact our own exchange rate and purchasing power.
Hinting? They're hinting, you guys, because that's what the government wants to do. Hint, use words like might, show you commercials about an exchange rate. Do you really believe that's what's going on?
Let's break this down.
Yeah, shall we?
The Kuwaiti dinar is one of the highest valued currencies in the world. By drawing attention to its exchange rate, the commercials are subtly preparing us for a potential change in our own currency's value.
Yeah, they're showing you commercials, hinting, and they're preparing you. Yeah, that's what they do over there. If one of you guys could please find a copy of this official commercial that they're showing over in Iraq, I would love to see it.
This could mean an increase in our exchange rate, which would enhance our purchasing power on the global stage. Frankly, this is a strategic move. By using Kuwait as an example, they are setting the stage for us to understand the possible economic changes that could be coming our way.
So you think by a person showing you commercial of somebody else's currency value is somehow preparing you for a change in your economy? Most people have no idea how economies work. So how is this benefiting anybody in Iraq? Most of them won't even understand where you're going with this. We got all these people in the dinar community that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to knowing about how economies work and how currencies work.
It's like a heads up, letting us know that our currency might soon see a significant shift, similar to what Kuwait has experienced.
So that's what they're doing over in Iraq. They're showing you guys commercials, hinting at what might come and how you might have a change in your economy and how you could better prepare for this shift in your economy. Okay?
Now, let's talk about the new border agreement with Kuwait. This agreement is not just a political or geographical change, it has economic implications as well. Strengthening our ties with Kuwait could lead to increased trade and investment opportunities, which in turn could positively affect our economy and currency value. The commercials are essentially telling us to pay attention. They are using the Kuwaiti dinar's high value to show us what could happen to our currency. If our exchange rate increases, it means we could get more value for our money when trading internationally. This would be a significant boost for our economy, making imports cheaper and potentially lowering the cost of goods and services. In conclusion, the emphasis on the Kuwaiti dinar's exchange rate in these commercials is a strategic way to prepare us for potential changes in our own currency's value. The new border agreement with Kuwait is likely to play a crucial role in this economic shift. So stay tuned and keep an eye on these developments, as they could have a substantial impact on your purchasing power and overall economic well-being.
I would say like 98% of you get it. This is just one of those videos trying to hype up the dinar. But there is a strong 2% of you guys that actually believe this leads to something. It doesn't lead to anything. All this is fabricated. There are no commercials over there. Nobody's showing you what it might be. Or can you imagine the government just showing you commercials just to tease you about what might be? Anyways, let me show you something. The Kuwaiti dinar has always been the same denominations. Nothing has changed. When Iraq invaded Kuwait, these were the denominations of the currencies at the time. You had your quarter, your half, your 1, your 5, your 10, your 20. After Iraq was chased out of Kuwait, Kuwait just redenominated their currency. They changed the way the banknotes looked. Is all they changed. But since their money was being stolen, to keep from losing their wealth, they had to redenominate. They didn't have to change the nominal value of the dollars. They stayed the same. You have your quarter, here's a quarter. You have your half, here's a half. All they did was change the way the Kuwait dinar looked. So if you look here, there's a 1, there's a 5, there's a 10, there's a 20. There's no need to delete zeros. There never was. Their currency was not inflated like Iraq's was. They changed the face of the currency, the way it looks. This is really beautiful, by the way. That's all they did. They didn't change the values because look, quarter, half, 1, 5, 10, 20. So having said that, let's say that the Kuwait dinar value before Iraq's invasion was $3.26. For one Kuwait dinar, for Americans, $3.26 per Kuwait dinar. The exchange rate, of course, was lowered once Iraq invaded, and it stayed that way for a very short period of time. Once Iraq left and they were out of Kuwait, and they printed up the new dollar bills, they reinstated the old rate. There was no inflated dollars. There wasn't a revalue. There was just a reinstatement. They just had new looking banknotes. That was it. When Iraq invaded Kuwait, this is what their currency looked like. Quarter, half, 1s, 10s. See, the denominations are lower denominations. And their rate was $3.22 for every one Iraqi dinar. The difference between Kuwait and Iraq is, unfortunately for them, Saddam Hussein had printed so much money that their dollars were super inflated. So they had to add zeros to their currency. Just like you see here, that's a 25,000 Iraqi dinar. So they added the zeros to it. Kuwait did not add any zeros. So showing you the exchange rate of the Kuwait dinar, what would be the purpose of this in a commercial for Iraq? So let's just go out on a limb and say that over in Iraq, they are showing commercials of what the exchange rate is for the Kuwait dinar. I'm not sure why it is they would be showing the exchange rate for the American dollar for the Kuwait dinar over in Iraq, but okay, let's just roll with this. So again, what would be the purpose? Even if they're going to go to that exchange rate of $3.28, they're not going to do it with these inflated dollars. They're first going to delete the zeros, then they'll change the exchange rate. That means your 25,000 dinar is only going to be a 25 dinar. Then the new exchange rate, let's say according to them, the commercial is saying 328. Congratulations. For us Americans, when we go to make our exchange, we now have a 25 dinar note, not a 25,000 because they deleted the zeros, times your 328. There you go. Your 25 dinar note is now worth 82 US dollars. But this isn't what they're telling you. They're trying to mislead you by saying, look, they're showing everybody what the Kuwait dinar exchange rate is. They must be preparing people in Iraq for this new exchange rate of 328. But what they're not telling you is there's a high probability that they're going to remove the zeros. Do you understand that? I want to make sure that we're on the same page. Is there a possibility they keep the zeros on there? Yeah, there's a possibility. Anything is possible. But what is the probability? The odds are they're going to remove the zeros. That has a much higher percentage rate of actually happening. When they keep talking about returning to the glory days, they didn't have inflated dollars. They weren't running around with 25,000 dinars or 50,000 dinar notes. They were running around with much lower denominations. That is when the exchange rate was higher. It was against the lower Iraqi dinar denominations. So stop letting them people mislead you. At least be prepared for the fact that they're going to delete the zeros and then change the exchange rate. That is more likely to happen. Is it possible to leave the zeros on? Yeah, of course it is. But think realistically about this, all right? Seriously, think realistically about it. That's all I'm saying. So are they showing commercials in Iraq? I doubt it, because it doesn't make no sense. So why would they be showing people in Iraq commercials about the Kuwait dinar's exchange rate against the US dollar? That doesn't make any sense. If God was talking to this woman, I'm sure he would say the first thing is, fix your freaking eyelash. Why is it always drooping on one side and not the other? Anyways, you guys, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Don't be misled with videos like that. The truth of the matter is, nobody knows what's going to happen. Let's just kick back and we'll see what happens. But statistically speaking, they're going to remove the zeros and then change the exchange rate. Anyways, I look forward to you guys complaining at me. I get at you later. I'm out.